So here we go. The Magic will open up the NBA season on October 20th at San Antonio. This is actually a rare occurrence where the Magic will not be playing the Miami Heat to open up their season. So they start on the road, followed up with a home game on Friday against the New York Knickerbockers. How about that?
Now we're talking.
Open up the season for the Magic. Bring the fans back to the arena. Fingers crossed on that one that we don't go south. Jalen Suggs' first appearance at the Amway Center, and it's against the Knicks. That has a big fight feel to it for us here locally. I like that game being the first one at the Am.
But even with the whole concept, I actually like the Knicks being the first game out the gate with the home crowd, because you're talking about a fight that you can win. That's a game that you can take. That's a matchup that you can actually match up well with. And you take that first win for that home crowd, and now you're kind of setting the stage. Now it's a long season. Don't get me ahead of myself, but you're kind of setting the stage for what we can hope to expect as we're going forward.
Or at least give you that buzz early on, because the Knicks are beatable. They're also good enough to where you wouldn't go like roll your eyes. Of course, they can beat so-and-so. I don't know how many of those teams there are on the schedule to begin with, but New York is an impressive win.
Yeah.
It's also a realistic win.
And you're also talking about a team that you might be tussling with for some play-in spots or some playoff spots come the end of the season. So let's get that one out the way at the very beginning, punch them in the face, and keep on rolling.
Then it's on the road to take on the Knicks again. So they've got 2 Knicks games in a row. They play the Knicks twice within their first 3 games on the schedule. At Miami is game number 4. I'm not going to run down the entire list, but there is a really rough stretch in the middle of November. Thanksgiving is not friendly to the Orlando Magic. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3. This is a 6-game road trip. Atlanta, New York, Brooklyn, Milwaukee twice.
Yikes.
That's
Man,
5. That's 5.
that's
Five,
a
5-game trip. Milwaukee twice, Brooklyn, New York, and Atlanta. That is a rough stretch right there. And then, of course, you've got the trip where you go out west. This is always the case for the Magic right there. And usually in the middle to beginning of December, there's that long West Coast road trip. That'll happen right at the beginning of December at Houston, at Golden State, at Sacramento, at both of the teams that play at the Staples Center.
But listen, that first road trip that you were talking about, Milwaukee twice, Atlanta, Brooklyn, New York, right? If you can steal 2 of those games, if you can steal 3 of those games, you're going to be feeling really, really good. But if you can steal 2, you're going to feel good about yourself. If you can luck out and pull one out against Milwaukee and maybe pull another one out against the Knicks or Atlanta, you're going to be feeling good about yourself coming into that Thanksgiving weekend and going forward into December. Now, that West Coast road trip, you're going to take Houston, you're going to take Sacramento most likely and hopefully, and maybe be able to steal the one against the Clippers. Now we're talking about feeling real good about ourselves again as you come back home. As you can tell, this is a Purple Friday of optimism.
Oh, of course. Oh, what's the point of looking at the schedule going loss? What fun is that? Yeah, you got to think optimistically. And in some of these, there will be those games. It happens every single year to every single team, no matter how bad you are.
Yeah.
Where you sneak a couple. That's all I'm looking for in this season.
Exactly.
I genuinely don't expect this team to make the playoffs. I want them to flirt with it, though, and I want there to be points in the season where we look and go, man, that run in mid-February was amazing.
Yeah.
Things like that, because that's what's going to build confidence. Of course, I want them to make the playoffs.
I was going to say, I am truly expecting the Magic to be play-in game ready. I really am. Now, what they do with that play-in game, I can live with whatever that answer is. But I'm truly expecting the Magic to be play-in game ready.
You know, I mean, I forget about the play-in game on a regular basis. The fact that you have 10 teams involved in the playoffs, I'm with you. They should be. That's exactly where they should be. Flirting with that line of getting an opportunity for a play-in game.
Right.
That's exactly where they should be. I know a lot of people on the text line are saying, well, I mean, here we go, top 5 pick again, like somebody says. I don't think the Magic roster is that bad. Let's not forget, the reason why they were as awful as they were last year is, 1, they tried to be, and 2, some of their best players were injured.
Yes.
When you get those players back and you also put, I can't call it the best foot forward, but you put a foot forward.
Yeah, you put a really good foot forward.
This is going to be a much better team than what you saw last year. And oh, by the way, do I have to remind you who is on the roster now? His name is Jalen Suggs. Let's see if anything else on this list stands out to me. This is one thing that frustrates me about this. I mean, they play all of the teams. So outside of big road trips and who they start with, unless they're on Christmas, there's not a lot that you can play out of this and go, oh my God, they play the 76ers on January 19th? That's insane. But they have 0 nationally televised games.
Ouch.
0.
That hurts.
Get the Magic on 1?
That hurts.
1.
At least put us on to watch the other team try to beat us. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Man.
Jalen Suggs is a big star.
Out of
all,
get one. I'm crazy about that. Now, that one bothers me because out of all of the nationally televised games, like you can't get one. That bothers me a lot. We're talking about ESPN. We're talking about TNT. We're talking about NBA TV. There's a lot of places that nationally televised games happen.
Let me be very clear that they're on NBA TV a couple of times this year.
Okay.
I don't count that as nationally televised.
That's nationally televised.
Not everybody has NBA TV.
All right.
Everybody that has a cable subscription of any kind has TNT, ESPN,
yes,
ABC.
That's true.
NBA TV is like hit or miss, whether or not you have it. So
I wasn't expecting them to be on ABC ever this season.
You can't get one Magic game at 10 o'clock at night on ESPN. They're taking on the Golden State Warriors. I can't get one. They have 4 games this year slotted for NBA TV. Their opponents in those games, the Atlanta Hawks in the first one.
And what dates are those games? That's what's going to make the significance on it.
So that first game on NBA TV is at Atlanta on December 22nd, a couple days before Christmas.
All right, rolling into Christmas. Okay, go ahead.
And then you get a couple months break before you get any nationally televised games again. And then it's Minnesota, oddly enough.
There we go. That's the matchup everybody wants to see.
On March 11th.
Magic versus Timberwolves.
Oh, no, the Magic play on my wedding anniversary this year. I've been able to skip that the last couple of years. That's a rough one. We'll have to work something out. So then they play Detroit on March 17th. So you go like 2 months without an NBA TV game, and then you go 2 days without an NBA TV game. That's interesting. Jalen Suggs versus Cade Cunningham. And then they're on the very next night on NBA TV against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
There you go.
Get a little slew there at the end. I don't know if NBA TV is banking on like let's go tankathon. No,
what they're expecting is these rookie players will have something in them by then, and they'll be worth watching. Because I'm sure that NBA TV game against the Pistons is a Jalen Suggs, Cade Cunningham affair, and they're expecting these rookie players to be worth watching by then.
All right, I'm going to read a couple of texts that rolled in to you. You tell me which one has you the most fired up or you think is the most accurate, and we'll give this Iron Jock gear away. Somebody says, looks like Suggs is going to jump right in. I see some prime time in this schedule. Okay, there's not a lot of prime time, so that one I'm going to strike that from the list. All losses, but Suggs will play the part. That one doesn't get you too
get out of here. Get out of here. All losses.
Magic stealing games, LMAO. Okay, they're
come on, guys.
Laughing at us.
Another one, playing games, LMAO. Come on, guys.
Somebody said new coach, new system. Like, are you trying to prove the point that it's not going to work because it's a new coach, new system? I'm not sure did that stop the Hawks when they had Nate McMillan?
No, I want this top one right here.
Okay.
This is an analyst. Then we bring this guy on the show. I'm not a big Magic defender, but Wendell Carter and Chuma Okeke played well together on the floor, and Cole Anthony performed well as a rookie. This team could only get better with the return of Isaac and Fultz. I don't see a top 5 pick. Bang.
You are the winner. And, all you had to do was compliment Cole Anthony, and Stefan was going to pop for that one. I will text that individual back and hook you up with some Iron Jock gear. That is our Orlando Magic schedule release.